Memphis is home to more than 24 museums, each with its own draw.
And tonight we are revved up about one in particular you might not know about. One of the reasons that we love living in the Mid-South, hidden gems like the Edge Motor Museum around every corner. Buckle up for tonight's 5-star story. The American sports car, a symbol of speed, strength, and style. You know you're at Memphis's Edge Motor Museum when you see this gem.
It is a magnet for people coming down here.
A 1975 Bricklin with gull wing doors.
I prefer the term director of first impressions.
Bob Watkins curated the museum's car collection, housed inside this old auto manufacturing plant on Marshall Avenue. What was once called Memphis's Auto Row.
We're going to need cars like that.
Richard Vining is the museum's executive director.
It's a non-profit auto museum featuring cars from post-war to '74 in an exhibit we call American Speed.
From the lobby to the gift shop to the apex around the showroom floor, almost every inch of this 12,000 square foot building is covered in rubber, steel, and fiberglass, with more than a dozen cars tracing the rise, plateau, and fall of the American sports car, many in the 200-mile-per-hour club.
Without the stories behind them, they're really kind of meaningless. So each one of these vehicles has a story with it.
Like the Memphis music connection to this Rocket 88.
Everybody likes my Rocket 88.
Right down the street is Sun Records, and one of those first ever songs they recorded was Rocket 88 by Ike Turner and the Delta Cats.
The museum traces America's love affair with European-style sports cars beginning with World War II.
When they returned from World War II, what you see in the exhibit is the U.S. auto industry responding to the 7 million returning GIs demand. We've got tons of steel, we've got loads of fuel, we've got a growing population, we got an expanding geography, and all of those factors work together to create a perfect environment for the sports car to flourish.
This car was built for the road.
This John Quill Yellow Crossley Hotshot, America's first post-war sports car model, now on public display in Memphis for the first time.
It's not the most impressive thing in here, it's not the fastest thing in here, but as far as historical relevance, that car won, the very car behind me, not one like it, that one, won the first Sebring race. That's a really big deal.
The arc of the museum's motor cars flows in chronological order and covers cars both classic and modern. This is the most current Corvette on the market, the 2021, just feet from only the 318th Corvette ever built in the world.
Whatever will be, will be.
This beauty out front was once owned by actress and singer Doris Day.
If you ordered a munch, you had a choice of interiors of leather, python, alligator, or iguana.
He's got
It was hard for Bob to choose, but his favorite car in the collection, the Studebaker Avanti.
There's a panel directly below the rear window that allows you to get into the trunk without stopping the car and opening the trunk up. It has a full roll cage in it, so if the car is involved in an accident and rolls over, the roof will not collapse on it.
Ooh-wee, baby, is that lipstick new?
On the passenger side of the dashboard, there is a lady's vanity that pops out of the dash when you open the glove box up.
The cars here are on loan, many of them from collectors who make up the museum's exclusive membership.
Just think of it like any other art gallery. They're on loan as little as 3 months or sometimes a year or maybe even longer.
The Glasper G2 is one of only 100 made.
When we introduce a new car in, we put it on the Turner behind us, put it under a silk, invite all the members, and they come, have a nice time. We do a history lesson about the car, and we unveil it for them.
The lights are intentionally absent of UV rays to protect the cars. Owners get a break on insurance because it's not your average garage. There's even a members' library tracking cultural, economic, political, and technological trends that shaped each automobile.
There's no more effective barometer of U.S. economic health, in my opinion, than the sports car. It's the ultimate discretionary income item we've ever had.
And it's a source of pride for the Edge District neighborhood, where collectors, tourists, and armchair enthusiasts from around the world put pedal to the metal in celebrating these American icons. Now, the Edge Motor Museum is keeping normal hours 7 days per week. They have self-guided tours, but Bob's favorite thing to do is to tell you what's under the hood. So you're in good hands. For hours as well as adult, child, and group pricing, look for my story in the 5-star section of WMCActionNews5.com.